Thank you. I'm Louise Violet from Louise Violet Hypnotherapy, and I am going to talk to you about brainwave breakthroughs, accessing theta for enhanced business performance. So we have 5 brainwave states, gamma, beta, alpha, theta, and delta. So gamma is higher concentration, higher focus. It was more recently discovered after the other 4. But beta is the one that we will all be in right now. It's alertness, it's being wide awake. Alpha is the state that we drift down into when we're nice and relaxed. Theta is that deeper level, that meditative level. And then delta is sleep. So yeah, there are the descriptions just there. And beta I associate with left brain activities, logic, it's active, it's the thinking mind. And then the one that I'm interested in is theta, which is the right brain, it's the creative activities, it's the intuitive brain, it's the spiritual mind. Now we all go through hypnosis at least twice per day. So you have the hypnagogic state up the top here, which is the state that we drift through on the way to going to sleep. So we go from awake through alpha into theta, which is the hypnagogic state, and then we drift asleep. And then the reverse happens when we wake up. So we come back through theta in order to wake up on a morning. And these are the states, the hypnagogic and the hypnopompic, are when you are most suggestible. So consider what activities you are engaging in just prior to sleep and just upon waking up. So this stage is fertile ground for creativity and innovation. So Thomas Edison harnessed the power of theta state for creative problem solving using the famous steel balls. So for those that don't recall from a couple of weeks ago, he would take a nap holding 2 heavy steel balls, and when he dropped down into sleep or delta, the balls would release from his hands, make a bang on the floor, and would wake him up. And he was able then to write down the creative insights that took place just prior to him falling asleep. So this demonstrates, so I've got a control here that I can't get rid of. Oh, oh, sorry, let me go back through there. So this demonstrates how theta can be used to enhance creative thinking and to harness those creative ideas. I wonder if I can hide this thing here. I don't know. Anyway, so this stage is also perfect for changing unwanted habits, beliefs, thought processes, as it is a state for deep suggestibility. So yeah, again, choose wisely what information you are processing prior to sleep and upon waking up. So if you're wanting to do any kind of visualization to help manifestation or keep your eye on your goals, then just before sleep and just upon waking up is the ideal time to do that, rather than scrolling on social media. So left brain or right brain? Most people are predominantly either left-brained or right-brained. So if you have a little look at those images there, do you recognise yourself in either one of those? And can you see advantages in the other side? So if you're left brain, you're probably very organised, structured, you're able to plan, run your business really effectively, but maybe you're lacking in a little bit of intuition or trusting in that intuition. Maybe it would be useful to bring in some more creativity and outside the box thinking into your business to come up with those creative solutions. So the most successful leaders use whole brain thinking, so tapping into both beta and theta. So imagine having a business idea rooted in logic, statistics, facts, and being able to harness your intuition to gain insight on whether that really is the correct approach. Or tap into creativity to bring colour and life into a dry subject matter to appeal to a wider audience. Or to alleviate some common pain points that many business owners experience, such as all of these. Okay, so hypnosis is the ideal solution. It's a state of mind in which a person is more relaxed, focused and suggestible. It's often induced by a hypnotherapist who uses verbal repetition and mental images to guide the subject into trance. So it's all about harnessing your creative mind, your visualization. It's the same function as dream state. So it's not the same as sleep, but it's heightened imagination and concentration, focused awareness. And it's a way of accessing the deeper subconscious mind where all the automatic bodily and mental processes are deeply embedded to make positive change to thought patterns, beliefs and behaviours. It's a naturally healing state where it's easier to release stress and unwanted habits. And I can't see the rest. Oh, there we go. If I move that up there. To access creativity, and it utilises the theta brainwave state. And my slide won't move now. How do I? Could have done with a, there we go, a training in how to use PowerPoint. So misconceptions. Hypnosis doesn't mean that you lose control. Many think hypnosis puts you under somebody else's control, but that's simply not true. It's more about being in a state where you are more open to suggestions, but you still decide what you're comfortable with. You're in the driving seat. Being easily hypnotized doesn't mean that you're weak-minded. It's a common belief that only people with weak wills can be hypnotized. Actually, being able to be hypnotized is more to do with how imaginative and focused you are, not how strong or weak your mind is. I can't make you do anything against your will. You, like I say, you are always in control. You won't do anything that goes against your morals or beliefs while hypnotized. It's not sleep and it isn't magical or mystical. It might seem mysterious, but hypnosis is actually a well-studied psychological technique used for therapy and self-improvement, not for magic tricks. Okay. And then finally, I'd like to finish with a little explanation on how Joanne and I harnessed this power of creativity. So some of you may remember that Joanne has finished her second book and she was struggling to find a name for the book. So I said, let's do a session and let's get you a book title. So I talked Joanne into a deeply relaxed state. She was perfect. You know, she went lovely and deep, really relaxed. I guided her through the imagery. We took her to a nice special place where there was an abundance of everything positive: confidence, calm, clarity, and importantly, creativity. And then when I was actually in this brain state myself, thank you, 2 minutes, the morning, I wasn't sure what visualization I was going to do with Joanne for the session, but I went into this state and this idea came to me without me searching for it. So some of you may remember the crystal maze, and the very last activity of the crystal maze was a glass dome with all those bits of gold and silver flying about in the air machine. So I had Joanne in her mind go into a nice glass globe, the same as that, but she was sat in a chair and she had a control panel on the chair. So when all of these bits of foil were flying around her head, these represented creative ideas that whiz around all of us in our mind. It's all there in the energy field, but sometimes we struggle to sort of grab hold of them and harness them and bring them to life. So I had Joanne slow down the movement of these gold and silver foils, and she pressed the button to make them pause in midair. So she was able to reach out in her mind, grasp hold of one and pull it down, and hold it to her heart and let it absorb into her mind and her heart. And then I brought a background from the session, and I'd explained in the session that sometimes that creative idea comes there and then, and sometimes it takes a day or two for it just to permeate and settle and then rise when it's needed. And Joanne said, I've got my title. So she got the title there in that exercise, just right there. It just goes to show the power of the subconscious mind when we calm those brain waves down and we allow that creative process. The ideas just come in, you know, it's when we stop searching and grabbing and reaching and trying to overthink, when we slow everything down, the idea's right there for you to just take hold of. So that was a lovely win for Joanne and for me. I was absolutely on cloud nine for the rest of the day. And yeah, just shows the power of the mind. So there you go. Thank you for watching. Any questions?